I think there was a connection problem. Waiting for Sophia ma'am. Hi Saket. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, so I'm back again.
Yeah.
All right.
No
Okay.
problem.
Yeah. Anyway, I was done talking about the last thing. We were going to take questions, so we don't
Yeah.
have. Yeah.
Yeah. And there was one person who was asking that, are you a student of Sadhguru? Sadhguru Jaggi Vasudev, I think he was talking about. So I know the answer, but I think, would you like to answer that?
No, I'm not a student of Jaggi Vasudev. I'm not. I do not follow any of the modern gurus. Okay, I follow the path of Kriya Yoga, and my Param Guru is Mahavatar Babaji, who's a Siddha yogi, who is an eternal yogi. And very few people have seen him in his physical body. His body is not like our gross physical body. It's made up of light. And he's been there for a very, very long time. Nobody really knows for how long. Many people believe that he's avatar of Lord Shiv. And
Achha.
Paramahamsa Yogananda, who's a world-renowned Kriya yogi, who wrote the book The Autobiography of a Yogi, has mentioned about Avatar Babaji in his book. And so I'm from that lineage, and my guru, who initiated me into Kriya Yoga, is actually an American person. His name is
Achha.
Yogiva Giri, Guruji, and I basically I follow my Kriya Yoga lineage. So no, I'm not with the. I have enormous respect for Sadhguru for the kind of work that he's doing. He's an excellent orator. He's very logical, scientific approach he has. It talks very well, explains the concepts very well, and so on. But no, I'm not his student.
Okay. So I think the question is answered. So, and I remember there was one more question. I think that person was asking about which time about the time of in 24 hours, which time is good for meditation and spirituality and all. I think that was the question.
See, traditionally, the Brahma Muhurat, early morning, is the best time, okay, for meditation. And this time begins around 4 o'clock, and then it ends just before sunset. So 4 to 6 early morning is a good time. Why? Because, most of the people are asleep at that time. So there is not, see, what happens is we are all connected, okay, mentally. There's even, see, thoughts are, even though they are not visible, they're not really tangible or visible, but they are very real, okay? They're a form of energy. So when we meditate in the morning, most of the population is sleeping around. So what happens is at that time, the mental energy is relatively clear. So when you meditate that time, there is a certain peace, and it's easier to go into a state of stillness, and it's easier to suppress your own thoughts, because many a times what happens is, even if we tend to receive even other people's thought signals, so there is a lot of pollution, mental energy pollution at that other generally, but at that time that is not there. It is relatively a much calmer state. So that's why early morning is the best time. The Brahma Muhurat is the best time to do meditation. And if somebody for any reason they're not able to meditate at that time, for whatever XYZ reason, it's okay. They should be, whenever they meditate, let's say they live in a place which is not too crowded by a lot of people around, and they live in a relatively secluded place, and it's okay for them to meditate another time also, but then try to stick to the same time every day, so that your mind automatically goes into a state of stillness and thoughtlessness, because it's make it sort of as a routine, then make it as a part of your life, and discipline your mind basically. So stick to one time, but the best time to meditate is the morning time, or even sometimes some people even like to meditate late at night, because that's the time also when people are asleep, and so
I am one of them, ma'am.
okay, yeah.
Late
So
night.
whatever. Yeah, so see, whatever. See, we all have a different body type and a different mindset. So some people are night owls. So if you're a night owl, it's okay. You can meditate late at night also. Or if you are the type who likes to get up early in the morning, then early morning time is also a very good time to meditate. So that answers that.
Well, actually, for me, meditation is for night, but those workout things are for the morning. So I also get up at 4:30 in the morning, so that's okay for me. But in the morning,
Okay.
I don't feel like meditating. That's why I meditate before going to bed.
That's very good to meditate before going to bed, because then you tend to sleep well. Because when you meditate, what happens is that you're really calmed down your mind, so then you can get a much deeper, much restful sleep, and dreams will be much lesser, disturbances will be much lesser. It's very good to meditate and sleep at night. So good practice.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. So I do have a lot more questions, but I think I'm running short of time. So at last, just last thing I would like to ask you, ma'am. There are these, like I told you, there are these two defense aspirants. One is Varsha. Varsha is our compiler. Okay, and
Okay.
this the person who was named as Indian writer. His
Huh.
name is Awadh. So they
Okay.
both are defense aspirants. So what suggestions? Any suggestions from your side for them?
No, what suggestion you want, in what regards?
Like their defense, they want to join the Indian Defense Force. Like Varsha is a girl, and being a till she was asking me once that why are not the defense why are not the girls allowed in combat roles in defense. So I explained her, and they both are very eager to join it. So any life advice or any such kind of advice that would work?
See, okay, now as far Varsha is concerned, when she asked you that why combat, yes, because see, for a woman to be able to combat, she needs to be physically very strong. Now, women are generally built not to combat. Okay, a woman body is much softer. She's feminine. That's the way nature has created women, right? Because a woman is supposed to be a nurturer. So that is, but of course, times have changed, and women are also going out, and but then they have to be physically much more stronger. And if the one has that kind of a physical body, then yes, I am not against it, or I do not have any reservations. So that's my perception. And okay, now my only thing is, and this is not just for Varsha and Awadh, this is generally for everyone,
Okay.
because I also have a very strong nationalist feeling. See, we do not have to necessarily, if we can join the armed forces to serve, great. It's a great honor to be able to do that. But for if any reason, if anybody is not able to get into the armed forces, then also it's fine. You can still be a good citizen, and you can serve your nation by keeping good nationalist feelings, by cultivating pride in being a Bharatiya, by being a good citizen, by not indulging in petty political discussions, okay, and yes, by being just a very good citizen, and by contributing in the welfare of the country. Simple act like, when we go out, just don't throw garbage on the street. Or if you
Yeah.
see something is thrown, just pick it up and throw it in a bin. Or if you see somebody throwing, just go and gently teach them that, look, don't litter around. It's not a good thing to do. I'll tell you what I did once. It was very out. This was long ago. I suddenly remembered. I'll share this incident. So I was at a signal,
Okay.
and I was at a signal, and there was a tempo in front of me, and it was filled with
Gotcha.
banana. Okay, and there was this guy sitting in the tempo, and it was an open tempo, like how in India, right, from behind, and this guy
Yeah.
was eating the banana, and he was throwing the peels on, just like that, throwing out. Okay,
Mm.
so first peel he threw, and I got really angry. I saw that, and I got angry, and then then he took another banana. He ate another banana, and he threw a second peel.
Mm.
I couldn't hold myself, so I got out of the car, and then I just did a gesture, and then he did not, and then what I did, I took the peels. I went wherever he had thrown. I took that peel and I threw it back at him. There was no bin around. But I was so angry, and I wanted to I wanted to teach him a lesson not to throw it on the street, because A, it's littering, B, it's dangerous. Anybody can
Yeah.
slip and fall. It's a banana peel, right? Now, I'm not saying one should do this. This was at a time when I was really, I was of a different person. But
Aggressive person.
I guess, but no, I have done things like this. Like another time, I'll tell you, I was walking on a footpath, and one
Yeah.
vehicle was going on the footpath. Okay, and he was honking, and there were other people also
Okay.
walking. So he could not go with much speed, he was going very slow, but he was going on the footpath. He was impatient. So I went to the window and I actually yelled at that driver. I was like, don't you have any sense? You think this footpath is for you to drive? The road is there for you to drive. This footpath is for people to walk. So he was
Yeah,
so
of course.
shocked. But I went
Yeah.
and told him off. So see, you have to voice your opinion where you see when somebody is doing wrong. You can, one should do it in a different fashion. One should do it in a more matured manner. I would say, I'm not saying that what I did was, maybe my approach was wrong, but I'm just trying to show you my intention. So good citizen will always voice their opinion against something which is being done wrong for the nation. And by doing that itself, you are serving. Okay, so a serving not necessarily be only through the armed forces. By being a good, responsible citizen itself, you're contributing to the welfare of your country. So the spirit of nationalism is very important, and it should be there in all of us. Now, how we exercise that spirit of nationalism is dependent on us, right? So that's my message for Varsha and Avad, that by whatever they do, whether they get into armed forces or not, but whatever they do it with 100% conviction. Always take pride in being a Bharatiya. Whatever you do it with this attitude that I'm contributing to the welfare of my country, with that integrity, honesty, and that dedication. And wherever you can contribute to the cause of nationalism, do it. I'll share one more example with you.
Yeah.
This was back in 2015. So see, what happened was, there was this huge drama going on in India against there was this drama, propaganda rather, that there's intolerance growing in India against Muslims. And then, some of the Bollywood actors, I don't want to mention them now. This was so long ago, but then they also, said some things which were very wrong, and I could not tolerate it. Okay. So I was on Facebook. I just used the medium of Facebook, social media, and I voiced my opinion as a Muslim living in India, having no issues, having no problems, living a very comfortable, very good life. So I voiced my opinion and I challenged their opinions. And I said, what you're saying is completely wrong. Me being an ordinary citizen, if I'm not facing any issues, then how are you people facing any issues? So don't fabricate things, don't say wrong things which do not exist. So I voiced my opinion, and Neil, by doing that, that article went hugely viral. There are many newspapers, they published it. It was published in magazines, even RSS magazine also published it in Hindi. It was translated into many languages. So you see, just because I have that nationalist feeling, and I'm a responsible citizen, so I voiced my opinion where I realized was needed. I had to speak up, and I just did that. And with that opinion of mine, it really changed the view of so many people. And, so this is what we need to do as a citizen: live responsibly, and live with that spirit of nationalism and exercise that spirit of nationalism in all walks of your life. So
yeah, ma'am, of course we should have that spirit of nationalism. And I actually watched your press conference, one of your press conferences, where along with Chef Ali Vaidya ma'am, you were also there. You expressed your views. And I just love those things. I admire you are an inspiration to all of us. But there is something that I strongly disagree with you. I'm sorry to say that, but I'm strongly disagree to you. You said that women are soft, girls are soft. Yes, and I'm sorry that I'm talking to a doctor, but I know this thing.
No, soft when I talk about physical softness. I talk about physical body.
Yeah, I know that. Okay, I know that women are soft, and I know this thing very well. That softness absorbs, has the ability to absorb energy. This thing was told to me by a spiritual person. His name is Shifu Kanishka Sharma. He is the only Shaolin warrior in India. The first, not the only, the first Shaolin warrior in India. He went to Shaolin Temple and he learned martial art there. So, and there are countries who have given full roles in combat, full combat roles to girls. Like the best example is Israel. Israel is a completely feminist country, and if Israel has women soldiers on war front on those places where what to say, war prone areas, war prone borders actually, these ISIS zones. And in past 4 or 5 years, there are more than 4,000 women who have been martyred in these zones. Okay, they have fought bravely, and many of them many of them did fight bravely, and they won the battles. They won the skirmishes, and you know how Israel is all surrounded by enemies. And
Hmm.
except Israel, there are many countries like China and all, China, Russia, and all. They have allowed women in combat roles. And about Israel, I want to say one thing, that it's the only country in the world which has its citizens conscripted. The military training is compulsory for each and
Hmm.
every
Yes.
person,
Yes.
boy or girl, as and when he or she turns 18 years. Even that the what's her name, Gal Gadot, the heroine who played the role of Wonder Woman, she also
Hmm.
had to take break from her acting career or modeling career to
Hmm.
complete her military training, 3 years
O-
military training. I
Okay.
disagree with this point that women, like what you said about that.
Okay, let me
And
tell you. Okay,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Of
yes, you're right. You're completely right.
Mm,
Now, I'm
mm,
telling see, times have changed. Now, women we see bodybuilder women also. Okay,
mm,
we see them. They come into these competitions and also on, right? And they look more masculine than even men also. What I'm
yeah.
trying to say is that we naturally, now I'm talking about nature, okay, and
Mm,
talking about even from medical perspective. Now woman body is soft in the sense that she is tender, she is a nurturer, okay, in terms of nature. Now nature has assigned roles, okay. So woman's body is to be a mother, her body is designed to carry a baby, to be a mother, to be a nurturer. And men is evolutionary designed to be a provider, to be a hunter. So a man is naturally built in such a way that his body is naturally stronger. It's muscular. A woman's body is naturally more is a type which holds on to fat. Okay. And fat is soft. Now there is a reason why she even holds on to fat. Okay. Yes, but with vigorous exercises, with a vigorous, like regime of diet, of a high protein diet, and with a vigorous routine of, training, okay, like muscle training, weight training. Yes, a woman can also gain strength. I'm not denying that, but that is going against nature. What I'm trying to say is that is going against nature. It is possible, it's not impossible, but a woman is meant to be a nurturer and a man is supposed to be a provider. On those lines, I was saying that probably it's because of that in India we are still not allowing women to go on the side of combat. I'm not saying that women are incompetent or women will not be able to perform well. It's all about the mindset, okay. And in of okay, even naturally also, when we see a man, when he goes and hits a gym and he wants to build muscle, it's much easier for a man to bulk up, but a woman needs much more hard work to bulk up. I have done weight training and I could hardly put on any muscles, okay. I mean, I would tone up, I would get strength, but I would not put on muscle, I could not put on bulk. But a man can easily bulk up because he's got testosterone, okay. And a testosterone is the hormone which brings in that aggression in a man, which brings in that drive, which gives it that strength, which is not there in a woman, because in a woman's body is other hormones, is estrogen and progesterone, and those hormones are not meant for this, right? So yes, a woman, anybody can achieve what we have nowadays. Transgenders who are changing their sexes, going completely against nature, doing all kind of things. Yes, it's possible, but naturally, what is the role of a woman and what is the role of a man? We need to honor that. We need to understand that. If that is not acceptable to anyone, then by all means, yes, go out and pursue what your heart desires. Is absolutely fine. So because of that, I talked, nothing else. So no offense over here.
No,
I believe
it's okay,
totally
ma'am.
women empowerment. I totally believe in women empowerment. In fact, I'm one of those women. I used to take on men like left and right. Nobody could talk back to me. and they would like get scared. So I'm a very I'm a very strong, mentally very strong woman. Like, it's not easy to challenge me, and take on me, so I have that aggression in me. I know that. And I know that when a woman steps out, she needs to have that in her. She cannot be soft and be in the world. Otherwise, she might as well better be a mother, just a homemaker, and it's absolutely fine. But a woman God has given us that. See, we all carry both masculine and feminine energies. Okay, and a man can totally play the role of a mother if there is a need. Yes, he can. And a woman can totally play the role of a father or of a man when there is a need. So we can interchange and we can take on the role depending upon the need of the hour. That's the beauty, we all have that in us. So yes, so a woman can definitely be a great warrior, and she can amazingly, kick ass, even very strong men. She's really well trained. Yes, it's all a attitude basically. So, okay.
Okay, ma'am. So we'll be ending this session, but before ending, I wish to say that we wish to have another session if you are comfortable with it, because
Absolutely.
even I have millions of questions.
Okay.
But before ending the session, I want to just mention two things. Like, first of all, you talked about this estrogen and this testosterone. So even I am a certified personal trainer. Okay, but still I am having this confusion about testosterone and these male hormones and female hormones. But and you talked about that. You said that you have done weight training, and uh, women are not able to gain muscle that easily. Yes, I agree with that. Women can't gain muscle naturally. They can't gain muscle. It's a different thing if they are injecting some hormones, and that's completely out of nature. Okay. But one thing I want to tell you, ma'am, that not you, but everyone who is watching, that there's something called TG wave. I will take it will take another session to explain that. Okay, so by that TG wave, yes, you can means you can beat someone in power who is much more well built than you, because I have experienced it. I am means that thing called panja ladana. You must be you will know that. I used to do it a lot. Okay, and actually I came to know about TG web on those times. There was no I didn't have this internet and all, but luckily I came to know about this. I read about this and how to use that, and
Yeah.
I had almost. There were people who were in the gym. There were people who were well built. They used protein powders and all, and they means what to say. They were on a bulk up diet, and I used to beat them up in that arm wrestling thing. I used to beat them, beat everyone. They were professional, not professional. They were amateur bodybuilders. I never competed in a bodybuilding competition. Okay, but still I used to beat them because I knew that technique. That not
No,
it's not a technique.
I understand, but it's okay.
Yeah,
Now I'm not so much keen on. That was another phase, when I was a lot
yeah, yeah.
more into yoga, and for me now,
Hmm.
physical strength is not that important. In the sense, it is, but
Okay.
it is for other reasons,
Yeah.
And yeah, okay, Neil, it was really
Okay.
great discussion. I hope that you
Thank
were
you
able
so
to
much. Thank you
insights. Okay,
for joining us, ma'am.
yeah, all
Okay.
right, okay. Bye.
Namaskaram, ma'am.